Hello students, today in the last class I have started with the consignment account. I have explained you what is consignment, what is the difference between consignment and sale, and how to deal the consignment. Okay, all these I have explained you. Today I will be explaining you the two concepts, that is recurring expenses and non-recurring expenses. Okay, so what is recurring expenses and what is non-recurring expenses? Let us go through it. See, recurring expenses are the expenses incurred mostly after the goods have received at the consignee go down. Okay, so what is recurring expenses? These expenses are incurred mostly after the goods have been received to consignee go down. Consigner is a person who sends the goods. Consignee is a person who receives the goods. Okay. So what is this recurring expenses means? See, these expenses are incurred once the goods reaches to the consignee go down. Okay. These expenses are incurred quite often of recurring in nature. These expenses occur regularly at the fixed interval. Okay. After reaching the go down, what are the expenses incurred? So let us see the examples of recurring expenses incurred by the consignor. What are the expenses incurred by the consignor? See, after reaching his go down, the consignor might have paid the fees like banking charges, discount on charges, expenses incurred on goods returned by the consignee. These are the expenses incurred after reaching the go down of the consignee. Now, what are the expenses? Usually, these expenses you have to remember. One is go down rent, insurance expenses, advertisement, commission and brokerage, salesman salaries, establishment charges, expenses incurred on damaged goods, expenses on goods remitted. So these are the things we can see. These are the recurring expenses which recurs again and again. Okay, so what are non-recurring expenses? Non-recurring expenses are incurred from bringing the goods from the place of the consignor to the place of the consignee. From the place of the consignor to the place of consignee, how many incurred the after reaching the go down, bringing the goods from the place of the consignor to the consignee. See, if the goods are in consignor place, up to it reaches to the consignee, it is called as non-recurring. Recurring means after reaching the consignee place. Non-recurring means from the place of consignor to the consignee, what are the expenses incurred? Okay, so let us see. See, these are the expenses incurred. They are packing charges, loading charges, freight. It may be incurred by the consignor. Expenses incurred by the consignee. These all things you have to remember: forwarding charges, dock dues, etc., import duties, railway charges, cartage for taking the goods. All these are incurred. Recording of consignment transactions. Okay, so what are the expenses incurred by the consignee for recording the transactions? Okay, usually we have consignment account, consignee account, consignment stock account, and goods sent on consignment on account. Okay, so let us go through the journal entries of consignment. So let us go through the journal entries. These are the journal entries you will have in the books of consignor as well as consignee. Okay, so go through the journal entries. See, when the goods are lying in the with the consignee unsold at the beginning, that is opening stock, the entry will be consignment stock account entered to consignment account entered to consignment stock account. When the goods are sent, the entry will be consignment account entered to goods sent on a consignment. Okay, so debit entry will be consignment and goods sent on consignment will be the credit entry. Okay, next is after sending the goods, what are the expenses incurred by the consignee for sending the goods? Consignor. So the entry will be consignment account entered to cash or bank account. Next is when cash or checks or bills are received as advance, so the entry will be cash or bank or bills receivable account debtor to consignee's account. Next is when the bills received is discounted, cash or bank account debtor, discount account debtor to bills receivable account. Okay, so this is the entry for the bills discounted. Next entry is when the discount on bill is transferred to the consignment account or to the profit and loss account. The entry will be consignment or profit or loss account debtor to discount on bills account. Next is when some of the goods are returned by the consignee. When some of the goods are returned by the consignee, the entry will be goods sent on consignment account debtor to consignment account. Next, when the consignee sells the goods, the entry will be consignee's account debtor to consignment account. Next, when the consignee incurs some expenses, the entry will be consignment account debtor to consignee's account. Next, when the commission is payable to the consignee, the entry will be consignment account debtor to consignee's account. When the closing stock of goods, the entry will be consignment stock account debtor to consignment account. Next is transferring the loss or profit or loss on consignment to profit and loss account. The entry will be consignment account debtor to a profit and a loss account. If it is profit, if it is loss, then a profit and loss account debtor to consignment account. Okay. Next entry, when the final balance is received from the consignee by the cash or check or bill, the entry will be cash or bank or bills receivable account debtor to consignee's account. Next is for transferring the balance in the goods sent on consignment account to purchase or trading account. The entry is goods sent on consignment account debtor to trading account or a purchaser's account. Okay, so these are the entries to be followed. Next is entries in the books of consignee. Opening stock, there is no entry. Goods and when the consignee receives the goods from the consignor, no entry. When the consignor incurs expenses on consignment, no entry. When advance is given to the consignor, so the entry will be consignor's account debtor to cash or bank or bills payable account. Next is when the consignor discounts the bill, no entry. When the consignee returns some goods to the consignor, no entry. When the consignee returns the goods, no entry will come. When the consignee incurs some expenses on consignment, consignor's account debtor to cash or bank account. Okay. Next is when the consignee sells the goods, if the sales is on cash, cash or bank account debtor to consignor's account. If the sales is on credit, then consignment debtor's account debtor to consignment account. If the goods are taken over by the consignee for himself, then purchases account debtor to consignor's account. When commission is due to him, consignor's account debtor to commission account. Okay. So when there is abnormal loss, closing stock, there is no entry because loss will be for the consignee. When the final balance is paid, then consignor's account debtor to cash or bank or bills payable account. Okay. So these are the journal entries you have to remember in the books of consignor and the consignee. Okay. So go through the journal entries, understand. You try to understand the journal entries. Once we will prepare the account or ledger accounts, it will be easy for you. Though you find it, there are many journal entries, but once you go through it, once you start with the problem, it will be easy for you to pass the journal entries. Okay, but once you go through the problem, go through the journal entries, read the journal entries, understand it, what are the entries will come. Then while preparing the accounts or will solve the problem, then you will understand it. Okay. So today I have explained you what is recurring and non-recurring expenses, which will be very important for the calculations for the abnormal loss and normal loss, etc. So go through it. If you have any doubts relating this, you can ask. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, I will begin with the problems on consignment. There you will come to know how the journal entries are passed and how the ledger accounts are passed in the books of consignment, consignee and consignor. so go through this. These expenses you have to remember which are the non-recurring expenses and which are the recurring expenses. Okay, so the meaning here, remember the meaning first. What is non-recurring means? Recurring means after reaching the go down of the consignee, what are the expenses? Non-recurring means from the place of the consignor to the place of the consignee, what are the expenses incurred. Okay, so go through the examples, you will understand. Okay, go through it. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Thank you.